What is going on, people? Terry here from Blunt Trips, coming to you from Thornton, Colorado, which is a suburb just outside of Denver. And we are here visiting Skeletons Park for the 2022 Halloween season. For those of you that are familiar with this channel, I came out here last year and we covered this when I found out about this attraction. So it was first on my list to come out this year for Halloween season. Now, to give you a little backside story to this attraction, this house, Halloween themed house, because I did speak to the owner of this place last year, so I still have some of the information, although I did ask him for permission to film again this year. I didn't have to bother him too much for the history of this. But to give you guys a background of this attraction, sorry, I'm making sure I don't trip here. This is his 10th year doing this Skeletons Park. It started as a joke with just one big skeleton in the yard, and from there it took off. When speaking to the owner, and I haven't identified them for a reason, but when speaking to the owner, he told me it's just him and his wife that do this for the most part. They do have some friends and neighbors that help out with some of the smaller stuff. But they plan this all year, and it takes about 1 to 2 weeks depending on the weather to get this set up. But again, it's just him and his wife for the most part that do this, with a little bit of help from friends and neighbors on the smaller things. Now, this attraction actually started last night. I was hoping to get out here last night on opening night, but was unable to. But this is the second night, and this runs all the way through the month of October. And then they switch over and start getting ready for their Christmas setup, which I will also cover this season as well, or Christmas season. But again, this is in Thornton. If you're in the Denver area, be sure to check this place out, Skeletons Park. You can find Skeleton Park on Facebook, actually, for those that don't live in the Denver area. It's got all kinds of cool stuff on there. Pictures from the past 10 years of how they built this place up. Background information on the history of this place, and maybe even some inside stuff on the family that owns the home. Who knows? But you can check that out on Facebook at facebook.com/Skeletons Park. And I will be sure to throw a link up for you. You know, I've been in a lot of states. Pretty much every state east of Colorado I've covered for the most part. And I've lived in a few of those states. But when it comes to holiday decorating, I have never seen personally another state that decorates for the holidays and gets into the holiday spirit like Colorado. And the city in particular, Denver. Denver really goes all out. I know Denver and the surrounding suburb areas have been in shows like the Great Christmas Light Fight, and have made national news for decorations. You know, they got the Gingerbread House, of course Skeletons Park here. There's a lot of famous holiday decorated homes here in Colorado, and in Denver in particular. And when it comes to trick-or-treating and kids out on the streets on Halloween night, for years, I want to say 10 years, I thought Halloween was dead. And, you know, you just didn't see what you used to see as kids, but Denver changed that. Kids really turn out on Halloween night here in Denver, trust me. Now originally, last year I bought a drone to start filming some of these holiday homes and stuff. I bought it way before the season, anticipation, that way it gave me time to get a license and everything, and I did. I got my drone registered with the FAA, everything was legit and legal. And then when it came time to do some filming, we went and verified the laws for our zone. And of course, here in the city and county of Denver, you cannot fly a drone pretty much anywhere. We are so close to an airport that it's just not allowed. The airspace is too close to Denver International. So put a lot of money into it, hoping to get closer footage. But the laws just don't allow it to. Now this family, I did get permission to film this, and they probably wouldn't have had a problem with me getting close up of the stuff, both daytime or night. But then they run the risk of knocking something over, damaging something, or a really bad thing that could happen is knocking out the whole lights to this and not knowing where exactly you stepped that took out the lights. So I didn't want to ask. I'm sure they wouldn't have had a problem, but I didn't want to ask because I didn't want to be responsible for taking out this attraction. But originally planned for these homes, I did have a drone that I was going to fly and get close up and stuff for a place like this, and a gingerbread house, and there's a couple other homes that I really wanted to cover in detail, but the laws just don't allow us here in Denver. So if you're considering Denver for being a YouTuber, just remember, the airspace here is really close to the airport, and they just don't allow drones. And I don't want to get in trouble with the drone being registered and everything, but these people this family put in a lot of work, and hopefully you can see the detail that they have here. And as I mentioned, not only do they do this Skeletons Park for Halloween, but right after Halloween they tear this down and they start setting up their Christmas display, which is known as Lights on North Lake, and that can be found on Facebook at facebook.com/Lights on North Lake. And that's pretty well known here in the Denver area as well, and I covered that last year on my channel. You can check that out, and I'll be covering it again this year. But the show here, they reset, I believe it's like every 20 minutes or so. It'll do a pause, and throughout the night, there'll be cars lined up on the road, families getting out and just coming checking up. There's our Facebook page. Again, that's facebook.com/Skeletons Park. But yeah, there'll be a lot of families and stuff pulling up behind me. There is a row of cars behind me. I'm trying to keep everybody off camera. But starting to get a lot of kids and stuff pulling up. And they have the music set up so you can tune in on your car radio to a certain frequency and listen to the music in your car. I would like to let everybody know here in the Denver area, if you do come to this attraction, there's lots of street parking in Denver. For those that live outside of Denver, Denver has a lot of street parking. There is a lot of street parking though for those that live in this area and decide to come check out this attraction. But please be respectful of the neighbors. Don't block any driveways or anything like that. There's plenty of street parking when people cycle through for the different shows, because again they run these shows every 20 minutes or so. And just try to be respectful and not block people's parking when you come here. Again, all these neighbors here are used to the traffic coming through. This has been going on for 10 years now, but at the same time, this is a neighborhood, and if you do come visit this attraction, please respect that and do not block people's driveways so that families can get in and out of their garages and things like that. I would like to remind everybody though, before I get out of here, that subscribing to this channel is free, and if you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to do so. I do have a lot of cool holiday videos coming out, including a behind the scenes at a haunted attraction, as well as some Christmas holiday stuff, and I'll be busy throughout the holiday season. I know I was kind of slow during summer working 3 jobs, but I do have a lot of stuff coming out in the next 3 months that you may not want to miss. So again, be sure to subscribe to this channel. And if you like this video, be sure to smash that button down below. I know some of my content has been uncensored and is not for everybody. I get that. But I've been trying to keep my holiday ones clean with no profanity or anything like that, so that both adults and children alike can watch them. With that said, again, go ahead and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And if you like this video, again, give it a thumbs up. I'm going to start working my way out of here. May cover this one more time. Walk back down this way. Oh.
Watch your step behind.
So again, the show starts like every 20 minutes there's a new set. That's an estimate. It's about a 10-minute set with music, and then there's like a 10-minute gap with just lights flashing and drawing the next crowds. People cycle through. As you see, there is people starting to come up out of their cars, a lot of the kids and stuff. A lot of people drive away right after the set to keep it moving. But for that Denver Halloween experience, this is definitely one that you don't want to miss. This is also a great neighborhood to walk when you're done if you're going to hit this area at Halloween time. There's a few homes that are really nicely decorated. This one's just like really stands out. It's a well-known one. But to cover this neighborhood is a really good Halloween experience. But for me, it's time to bounce. I'm going to go ahead and cycle through so the next group of cars can get through here. Hopefully, again, you liked this video. If you did, click the thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, be sure to do so. As I mentioned, it is free. And until next time, you all stay cool.